If you're trying to convince people that the United States is the daughter of Babylon, you could go about it different ways. One way to do it is debunk the other theories. One theory is no, it happened in the past and it's really Israel's the daughter of Babylon. Well, it's not. Because it talks there and it says, those of you that survive the sword, let Zion come to mind. And it says, they shall ask the way to Zion and Israel, and or it says Judah or whatever. It means Israel. So it's the Israelites coming out of the daughter of Babylon, going to Israel. So you can't have Israelis in Israel going to Israel. They're already there. So that's the end of calling it Israel. Okay. Now, it says in the passages, it uses the word cities. Let me see if I can find some examples of this. It says in Jeremiah 50, verse 32, and I will kindle a fire in his cities, and it shall devour all around about him. So there's going to be fires in the cities that are going to devour all around them. So it's cities, plural. Okay. Cities, plural. Uh, Jeremiah 51:43. Her cities are a desolation, a dry land and a wilderness, and a land wherein no man dwelleth. Okay, so again, it's talking about cities. So we have two places where it references that she has cities. So they'll frequently tell you it's Jerusalem, which I debunked already with the other phrase, but Jerusalem is a city. It has no cities within it. Okay? Then they'll say it's Mecca or Medina. Well, that's particular cities. They don't have cities. Okay? Then they'll say it's New York City because that's where the UN is, so the nations could flow. And it's the hammer and the great voice. And again, wrong. New York City does not have cities. And then they'll say Washington, D.C., which is again wrong because it does not have cities. So what they're trying to do is steer you away from the United States as the nation, the daughter of Babylon, and try to make you think it's perhaps the city of New York, um, that type of thing. Okay? Now, um, the other things it says is the United States, well, the daughter of Babylon, is on many waters. Let me see if I could find that phrase for you. 51, verse 13. O thou that dwellest upon many waters, abundant in treasures, thine end is come, and the measures of thy covetousness. Oh, the other thing I left out was the Vatican. The Vatican's not a city, it's a nation legally. It's got its own passport and stuff like that. It doesn't have its own army and things like that, but it's basically a nation recognized by the other nations. So it's a false pagan religion that has its own passports, calls itself a nation. They operate banks, and there were numerous rumors that the Vatican Bank, can't be, subpoenaed and looked into, and a lot of people like mafiosos were keeping a lot of money in there. All right, but as the case may be, It's not capable of having Israelites going to Zion. Those of you who survived the sword with Zion come to mind. There's 300 or 400 people that live in the Vatican. There's no Jews, let alone a massive amount of Jews. So that's people don't understand the Vatican. In many waters, it's ridiculous. The Vatican's like, got toilets and water fountains and holy water and regular fountains, and that's it. They're not on many waters. What about the United States? Well, it has the Atlantic, the Gulf, the Pacific, the Great Lakes, 8,000 rivers, and about the same in the amount of lakes as a guess. And that's on many, that's many waters. Okay. It talks about mixed people there, mixed races and stuff. Well, it's the melting pot. So, yeah, the United States has that. And there's just too many so-called pseudo coincidences for them to be coincidences, when you identify this country. There's been no country in history that's ever come anywhere near close to being the daughter of Babylon other than the United States. And it's going to happen suddenly, so you're not going to see a big buildup. Now, I was talking to a friend of mine in California yesterday, and he was telling me that the Mexicans are leaving California. Now, he doesn't know about the rest of the United States. And what do those Mexicans do? Well, they're agricultural workers. And they're leaving. And that's in the scriptures. The people living in the daughter of Babylon, the nations, are going to be leaving. So I started harking that this America is the daughter of Babylon back around 2013. So that's 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. About 8 years ago. And it's still there. I was doing videos about it and stuff like that. And, it talks about leaving the daughter of Babylon. And, there were people that were leaving years ago, and then other people aren't. Now, people left America and they went to other countries. That's really not going to solve the problem. You can't come to Israel today. They got the place locked down.